Hey folks, Mike Doherty again from Southwest Florida, firearms instructor. And today we're going to go over some gadgets and gear that you might consider having around the house or carrying. So these are non-lethal tools, and I think it's very important that we try to go to our non-lethal solutions first if someone is attacking us or bothering us or pushing against us and trying to stimulate a fight situation. You have a lot of options, but first I want to talk a little bit about the home. So if you don't have a security system in your home, even if you live in an apartment, but certainly if you live in a house, that would be my very, very first go-to. People want to spend money on guns, and guns are going to cost you four, five, six, $700, depending on the firearm, end up, depending on what you're trying to purchase. You can get a good security system with cameras that will go around the house on the outside and even in places on the inside where, for instance, we have one that sits in the kitchen and it shows the entire house, the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, and of course the hallways going to the bedrooms. Being in Florida, we have kind of wide open space home design. And so we have it up above the cabinets in the kitchen, and you can see the whole darn inside of the house, all the way up to the front door. So a security system, in my mind, is the number one thing that you should be thinking about. Non-lethal, of course, it's going to give you a good heads up that somebody is approaching the house, is on the property, and allow you to be proactive as opposed to reactive. So that's one thing to consider. Um, Now, as far as you and every day, we have in this vertical genre or culture, whatever you want to call it, we have some acronyms. Of course, you have to have acronyms. If you don't have acronyms, you're nobody and nothing, right? So we all need some more acronyms. So let's add another one to our litany. EDC, everyday carry. So people often ask me, what do you carry around with you to help you in a dangerous situation? And being an armed security guard, believe me, I've been in a few. Uh, what do you carry around with you that will help you stop somebody from doing what they're doing or attacking you or trying to hurt you or somebody else without having to move to a lethal solution? So great question. And so let me kind of show you. I brought my EDC, my everyday carry is what EDC stands for. And I brought my stuff out here and I threw it up on the table and I thought I would kind of take you through it. So this is one of my very favorite tools. It's called a Kubaton. You can tell it's pretty old and pretty worn out. This thing's got to be 15 years old. It's relatively light. It's made of aluminum. It actually is a South Korean martial arts tool. And I keep my keys on it. So I get a double value with this thing. I can never find my keys. My wife will never tell me where my keys are. That's been a running battle for 32 or 33 years now. So I can find my keys much easier if they're on this guy. But getting back to what he does, it's a tool that you can take in your hands and you can hit somebody with it, and I guarantee you, you're going to hurt them. Now, if you want to really give them a good stun, hit them in the ribs and hit them hard. If it's somebody that is climbing on top of you and pushing you to the ground and really taking advantage of you, you can go much farther than that. So you can go to the groin, you can go to the armpit, you can go to the throat. Now, when we go to the throat, It only takes about 3 pounds of pressure to crush and penetrate the larynx. So this is something that is going to be extremely painful and probably going to stop his show right away. Another shot to the head. That's something that is probably more of a lethal shot. But a great tool. It kind of makes you into Mike Tyson or Joe Frazier. Gives you the ability to hit and hit hard and hit often. And normally this will stop somebody from continuing to try to beat you up or attack you or take advantage of you, do whatever they're trying to do. So, Kubaton, Kabaton. You can get it on Amazon. They're about $8. And by the way, do not get the ones with the points on them. Okay, those were originally considered good ideas. The points for the real Kubatons for martial arts had the points to hurt somebody. The other use was to break windows in the automobile if the car goes into the water, which happens here in Florida. Breaking the window. Unfortunately, they changed the way they manufacture windows a few years ago, and these things aren't as effective at breaking the window as we would think that they would be. So go with the flat one. The flat one is it doesn't really draw a lot of attention to you. If somebody says, "What do you have that for?" I say to find my keys, and that's the end of the discussion. So Kubaton, all right. Now, let's see. Let's go to my EDC. I normally carry with me a small and very inexpensive flashlight. So these come from Walmart. They're $1. They last as long as the battery will last. I usually get about a dozen of them at some point in the year. I spread them out throughout the house. I have a couple in the car, and I carry one in my pocket. Of course, in the daytime, you really don't need it in your pocket. But when I'm out on the range and I'm helping somebody clear a jam with their pistol or their rifle, having one of these guys is really a good idea. So just having a flashlight around and available to you, always a good thought. This guy can be lethal or not. So we have a pocket knife, right? Let me see if I can open this one up. This is supposed to be, it is, a switchblade pocket knife. Now, you'll notice that when I opened it, it came open from the side of the knife. I'm not wild about this configuration. They make them now so they either have a button or they have a little kind of a button that you use your thumb to slide them open with. They open very quickly and very easily, kind of like with a flick. And now we have a knife, okay? In my mind, I'm not a guy who's going to be stabbing people. But if somebody's on top of me and they're beating the heck out of me, I'm going to take this thing, and believe it or not, I'm going to stick it right in their buttocks. That's going to get their attention, and they're probably going to have to address that instantly. As they do that, I'm going to roll out from under them, get up, and run. The other thing that you might want to consider doing if time allows is turn around and slice the hamstrings on the back of the leg. That will stop him from chasing you altogether, okay? And then, of course, get to the telephone and dial 911. I'm not somebody who wants to kill anything or anybody, all right? So this is a solution that I think would work out well if somebody was on top of me and I was able to get to this, which is another issue. Just it's got to be available to you in your pocket, whatever. But I would stick them there, and I think that would probably get their attention and get them distracted to the point where I could push them off and run. Our objective is always to try to get away. It's not to try to be in the fight, right? So that's another piece of my EDC that I carry. My absolute favorite go-to tool, okay, is Saber and it's spelled Sabre, pepper gel, not pepper spray. Sabre pepper gel. So this shoots a stream about 15 to 18 feet long. It comes out like wasp spray. It's very concentrated. You spray high, left, right into the attacker's face. Get him in the eyes, get him in the mouth, and he is going to be one hurting person in a matter of seconds. He's going to stop attacking. He's probably going to breathe and get it up into the sinuses and down into the lungs. He is going to have stuff coming out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his mouth. He's going to be blind, and he's probably going to go to the ground very quickly. While that's happening, you're running, right? Even if you don't hit him directly in the face and he continues to chase you, he's now going to run through the cloud of this stuff. But the reason that we want to go with pepper gel as opposed to pepper spray is if I'm indoors, this is going to do a lot less damage. If I'm spraying pepper spray indoors, you're going to have to evacuate the entire building, whether it's a house or an office or whatever. It's going to get in the air conditioning system. This might slightly, it would be much more minimal than pepper spray. The other big concern is with pepper spray, you've got to be concerned about the wind. So this guy's attacking me. He's 250 pounds. He's running at me. He's, no more than 3 or 4 seconds away from me. I don't have time to go, hey, stop. Let's check the wind. No, let me move over here and you stand over there. Now attack me. You're not going to have time for any of that silliness. So pepper gel instead of pepper spray. And this is my number one go-to all the time. By the way, you can get these, I have another one here, with a little clip on the side. So this guy goes right into my pocket, right at my right hand. Drop your hand down to your side, and then run it up to your pocket, and your pepper gel is going to be attached there by our little hook inside the pocket. And that's what I'm going to go to first. So I'm going to put my left hand up for blocking if he's starting to throw a punch or whatever. Or he's arguing and it's getting out of hand. This hand's going to come up for de-escalation. Okay, I understand. I get it. I agree with you, whatever it might be. But this hand is going right to the pepper gel. And if he goes to throw a punch or he goes to grab me, I'm going to hit him right in the face with this stuff, and he's going down. And he is not going to be a happy camper. There's not a whole hell of a lot they can do when they get him to the emergency room. I've heard different stories. They pour milk on them, they pour water on them, but probably for the next 4 or 5 days, this guy's face is going to be swollen up like Joe Frazier when Muhammad Ali took him to task back in the old days. A lot of you don't remember that, but incredible fights. But Joe's face looked like a piece of raw meat. Or the Rocky movies, right? When Rocky got the heck beaten out of him. This guy's going to be in about the same shape without you having to do all the punching. Okay, so pepper gel. The other thing that you might want to consider is your key fob. Folks, people that are attacking you, okay, that are trying to rob you or trying to beat you up for some reason, whatever it might be, or trying to take you. Ladies, if they're trying to grab you and take you, and I've heard numbers, but I think one we can probably figure is pretty close, that about 50,000 women a year disappear, are taken, and don't come back, and aren't found. So don't be one of those people. A key fob is going to, of course, set off the alarm in the car, and the bad guys don't want other people looking at them or seeing them. They don't want eyes on them. So the key fob is a great tool, and it's attached to the Kubotan, and it's attached to the car keys. So we got everything in one little package here, and somebody starts coming at me, I'm gonna use that key fob very quickly. Another little guy that I'm gonna try to use here, and this may cause some angst with my wife, but maybe it's not going to work. It's made by Sabre. I haven't changed the battery in it for probably 2 years, so it's probably not going to work. But it makes an incredibly loud noise. This little guy. So again, on Amazon, I think they're like $6, and it just makes an incredibly high squealing noise, which will attract people. So those are the kind of tools that I carry every day. Um, Non-lethal tools. And I'm somebody who just doesn't want to have to take a life, for sure. Um, and these tools may keep you out of trouble. Now, along those lines, people ask me all the time about the a relatively new tool that's come to market called the Burma pepper ball gun or launcher. So it looks like a gun. It's got a body that's painted orange or an orange plastic, excuse me, or the end of the instrument is orange, but it's shaped like a gun. It fires two types of projectiles. One is pepper balls. They're small balls like this, and when they hit you, they explode and they give you that pepper gel effect, right? A cloud of pepper um, powder in this case. The other thing they do is fire what look like iron or steel balls, and they fire them with quite a bit of force. Now, the honest to God truth is, I don't think that, and I've never been attacked by anybody and tried to use one against them, but in watching all the videos on YouTube and other socials, um, it doesn't appear to me that these tools, that the Burma tools, are really going to stop somebody. If the guy's on drugs, or he's really large, or he's really athletic, you're going to hit him with the pepper powder, I guess, and that may slow him down a little. But the balls don't appear to me that they're going to um, knock him down and stop him. I've watched some videos where people get hit in the chest with them, and then they take their shirts off, and you see a big red mark, and they say, "Man, that really hurt." I'm sure it did hurt, but when a guy's attacking you, his adrenaline is going through the roof, just like yours is, and I don't think that instrument is going to be something that you want to rely your life on. So I don't know enough about them, to say this with a definitive opinion. But from what I've seen, it's not something that I would carry to defend myself. Now, there are places, of course, that don't allow you to have a firearm. There are places that don't allow you to have some of these tools, and maybe that's the appropriate choice. So you might want to go do some research and find out if that's not the best tool for you. But remember, if you hit them and you piss them off even more, um, it's not going to go well for you. So I think at that point, if we really have somebody who's coming and he is coming to hurt you bad, he is putting you in imminent danger of death or severe bodily harm. And that's the line. When he crosses that line, that's when lethal force becomes appropriate. Now, as I say that to you, I want to remind you that I am not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. So do your research in your state, or in your county, or in your city, and understand what the laws are. But don't take my opinion for it. I'm not an attorney. Okay, we'll talk more about that stuff later. So there's kind of an overview of the things that I carry with me: a knife, my pepper gel, my Kubaton are my three go-tos. Number one being this, number two, the Kubaton, and number three, the knife if I have to use it, but that would probably only be in a situation where the guy has me on the ground and he's on top of me and he is plummeting me. Okay. The other thing that I really want to stress is, and we're going to do a video on this, is carry a tourniquet. Okay, a tourniquet. We're going to do a video on Stop the Bleed. If you would, folks, go on to the internet and type in stopthebleed.org, and you will find videos there. Go to YouTube. You will find videos there on how to use a tourniquet and how to pack a wound if someone's been shot or cut, and how to save a life. You've got to understand the science behind it is the human body will bleed out in about 7 minutes. You have about 3.5 minutes to get a tourniquet on somebody and to get the wound packed and get compression on the wound. And once it's on there, don't lift up. Keep it on there. And once the tourniquet's on, keep it on there. Don't take it off and wait for the EMTs to arrive. But go to stopthebleed.org and watch the video. It's probably 3 or 4 minutes long. It takes you through how to use these medical tools. You can go to American Rescue. That's one of the companies. I think they're out of North or South Carolina. There are a number of these companies that sell good quality American-made, not Chinese-made, tourniquets and medical supplies for a traumatic situation. So this isn't about Band-Aids and masking tape. It's the next level up. And if you can get these, I have these everywhere. So I probably have 15 or 16 of these things. They're in the car, they're in the house, and there's always one in my pocket. You never know when you're going to see somebody who's down and needs a tourniquet. You're probably going to use it in a car accident situation, honestly, more so than in a fight or a firearms situation or a stabbing. A car accident where somebody's hand's gone through the window or has been cut very seriously one way or the other, and you've got to get a tourniquet on them. Save a life. It only takes a matter of a minute to get this thing on, and you'll save a life. So there's some information that I hope helps with the non-lethal solutions that you may want to consider. The security system first. When you're at home at night, put that security system on if you have it. I get a lot of people that come into the classes and I say, who's got a security system? And 1 or 2 hands go up. And I say, do you turn it on every night religiously? And the answer is, no. Well, if somebody's coming onto your property and they're going to invade your home, wouldn't it be nice to know that they're out there and that's what they're intending to do? I think Simply Safe was somewhere in the area of about $400 for the whole system. That got us the doors and the windows. It's all stuff that you self-install. You don't even need tools, literally. My wife installs it because she doesn't like me to have tools because I'm not good with tools. But we have them on the doors, we have them on the windows, and then we did go out outside and we hung 2 cameras outside so we can watch the back and the front of the house. And if anybody approaches, my alarm goes off on my telephone there by my bedside in the middle of the night. I pick it up, I push the button, the camera opens up, and I see there's 2 or 3 people that are in the wrong place on my property. And then we decide, of course, what it is we want to do. And then just to finish this up, don't answer the door. Okay, if someone knocks on your door, daytime or nighttime, don't answer the door. Don't stand in front of the door. Stand off to the side, look out the window, say, in between the blinds, say, who are you, what do you want? Or if you have a security system, you're going to have the Ring doorbell type of a gadget. So the guy pushes it, and you're going to be able to say, "What do you want? What do you want on my porch for?" And they're of course going to be selling solar or some other product or service, and you can choose whether or not you want to have a conversation with them. But honestly, don't let them in the house. Don't go to the door. Don't unlock the door. Um, Tell them to go away, to leave a card. Just leave a card. And if you're interested, you'll check that out later. The other great thing about the security system and having the cameras on the outside, so you've got the doorbell camera, and then we have the two other cameras. But that doorbell camera is going to tell you we have to have another term, right? Porch pirates. So Amazon drops something off, and somebody's following the Amazon truck, I guess, and they wait until the Amazon truck is out of view, or UPS or post office, whoever it might be, come up on the porch and take whatever's in the box. On YouTube, there are a number of videos of people that have gotten creative, and they've put like the pepper balls that you get in the Burma pepper ball gun. They've taken those and rigged them up somehow so the person picks the box up, and it explodes, or it puts paint all over them, one or the other, and they get the surprise. So, kind of covered a lot of material here. We're kind of bouncing around a little bit. I'm going to bring it all home. There are a number of great non-lethal tools that you should consider not only carrying but distributing throughout the house. So at the front door, at the back door, and in the garage, we have these guys. All right, easily accessible, and if you try to get in and you try to force your way in, you're going to get a blast of this for sure. Depending on the situation, you might get a blast of something much bigger, but that's not where we want to go if we can avoid it. So distribution of these type tools in the car, in the house, are just a great idea. All right, so I think we're going to end it there because this is getting a little bit long, and on the next video we're going to go back to a little more gear, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the basic things that you need if you're going to get into shooting. The proper glasses, the proper ear protection, those type things, and we're going to answer some more of your questions. So we'll call that a wrap and a video for today. Hope it was helpful to you, and hope you enjoyed it, and hit subscribe and like us, and we will see you soon. All right, thanks so much. Mike Doherty, Southwest Florida. If you're down this way, please give us a call and come shoot with me. It's a blast. All right, talk to you soon.